What's up, ladies and gents? CenterStrain01 is back at you. This time we are doing another episode for making a walkthrough. This time I'm going to be showing you the editing side of making a walkthrough. So before, in my previous videos on this series, I've showed you what I did to go through a certain mission, find certain things out, then go back and record it. However, this time I'm going to show you what I do once I've recorded a specific mission, and we are going to edit that mission. So this is something I really haven't shown before, so I'm actually really excited. So we're going to get right into this. So first off, lately I've been using Cyberlink PowerDirector to record everything. Now, I love it. It is absolutely amazing. It is literally the fastest editing machine or editing you're ever going to get, and you don't need a beast computer to do it. It's this new technology that Cyberlink has come up with, SVRT I think it's called, but it makes editing such a breeze when it comes to the rendering part at the very end. And once we get to that, I'll tell you a little bit about it. However, Cyberlink is known to crash a lot. So you're going to see me save every step of the way, because I'm guessing I'm going to have to probably restart the software twice or 3 times depending on how long it takes me to actually edit this. So we're going to get right into it. That's the only downside of it. Hopefully that's something that can be fixed, but that's kind of just how this software has been for years. A lot of crashes. If anyone knows a fix out there, let me know. But it's just the easiest to use, and it's also the fastest. That's why I love to use it. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. First off, what I've already done is, let's say in Photoshop, right? Specifically what part I'm on. I've already done, the ending little video that plays to show you guys what the next episode is. That's already made. So I make this in Photoshop. What I do is I usually just click on it, go over to, the next one, let's say 17, and let's save it. And this one's going to be called 16. Even though it says 17 in the video, it's actually 16 because it's telling you what the next video is going to be, and that's chapter 17. So then you would you click on this, and then that's pretty much it. That's all I would do for that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go into, I've got a folder that's in my other screen, and I'll show you right here is the screen, but it's on my other BenQ monitor, and it's under videos, and I got it under edits. So I got all the edits in one video, or excuse me, one folder. So everything for this specific episode, or technically 2 chapters, and we're going to bring it over into PowerDirector. Once I have done that, I'm going to go ahead and start saving, and this will be 13. So we've got the initial save done. First video that's always going to go up is the intro. So I'll just drag that into there, and it looks like it's already going to freeze on me, so I'm glad I saved that. It hasn't loaded the things yet. Well, there it goes. It just takes a little bit longer, I guess, since I'm in the middle of recording, so I apologize if things take a little bit longer. But here's the intro. So then the next thing we're going to be doing is adding the video. Alright, once that video is added, we're going to go ahead and save, of course. I save every step of the way because of how many times this program crashes. But it is still worth it if you save every, all the time that you're doing something. So we started, this is chapter 13, locomotion. So I'm just going to bring it up where the chapter starts. Right there. And then we're going to bring it into the timeline closer. So now you can see what it looks like. Make sure that it fades correctly. That's a good fade. What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome back. So now that we have done that, the next thing that I'm going to do is, I don't know if you can hear any videos. I don't know where the audio source is on speakers, so you probably can hear everything that's happening while it's recording. So now that we've done that, we're going to scoot a little bit ahead, not too much into the video, and this is where I'll usually place my YouTube third, my lower third, and I'll just place it like right there. And now what I'll do is I'll take it from the bottom and then make it about that big and then push it up. Now you have to go into modify so that you can take the black screen away using the chroma key, and then we'll play it. Alright, that's good. Save it, and of course, just because you save there, you still have to save the project to be safe. So yeah, so we've got that already set up. We'll set up just a little bit further. What do you say? We'll do it right there, and then we'll do Twitter. Same thing, take it up to about there, push it up, go to modify, and chroma key, which is set to black, and it should turn out like that. Alright, now the last thing I'll do is go through and put the things in for the collectibles. We'll go ahead and save again. So obviously there's a few edits in this where I have died or didn't do something correctly or something happened or whatever. So we're going to edit those out, and I'll show you how I do that. So the first death, I believe, is going to be right here. As you can see now, take a look at this death, and then you'll see how truly tough and difficult the crushing is. Oh. Wow. I'm dead like within just 2 seconds of popping out. So it's very, very difficult, which is why you know, you're going to need edits and stuff like that in this. So there was the first death. However, we should be okay because of where I died was at a good specific point. If you take a look at this and you see where I grab him, we can go to the exact frame of when I reach over, and we're going to cut the video there. So I'm going to go ahead and save. Again, every step I save. Sometimes I do 2 steps, but it just depends. So we're going to go further ahead to where I probably wouldn't die anymore. Actually, let's go even further. Yep, we just picked up a collectible there, so... Alright, looks like that was the good spot. So all the way back till we killed that guy, which should be right here. There he is. Alright, I'll play it. And somewhere around in there, I know it's not the exact same animation, but it's close enough to where it should blend in somewhat nicely. Obviously, you can probably tell. But most of the time, I'm able to get a pretty good edit in there to where you really can't tell, but it doesn't always work that way. You can see the lighting changed from where I was because it's in a different location depending on how long you take. But it's actually not that noticeable, so I'm okay with that. All right, so there's that one. Don't forget to save. I think that's the only time for this chapter. I could be wrong, though. I might die during the helicopter part. So we're still just moving along here. Yeah, I think I die up ahead. Yeah, I think I died right here. Close to here. So what I'm going to do is the moment we jump, that'll be so it might not be the same or look the same, but I think that'll be close enough. And the reason I die is a little bit weird. For some reason it takes away, like I'll show you. Usually die from that. You grab the RPG. I don't think we actually grabbed it. No, we didn't. It's always fun going back and seeing what you didn't actually do, because there were so many things to pick up in that area. We meant to pick up the RPG and we didn't. As you can see from that, I hit the button right there and instead it picks up something else and not the RPG. So yeah, obviously you want the RPG there because you can't do this and just keep firing at you without it. So I think, I don't know, do we die again? No, I think we're good. Okay. So now we're just going to go back to the jumping point, and we'll see how close. It'll be somewhere around right in there. I mean, I'm not too particular about it. If I can get it to match up perfectly, then I like that, but That's not too bad. That one actually goes. So now that we've done that, we can go ahead and save. Alright, so we've already reached the end of the first chapter here, or this chapter. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next chapter.
Thank God for tunnels.
Alright, so you can see where that is. So right before it gets to that 14 showing up, and he says his little line, we're going to back up by frame, and then we're going to cut this. Alright, and we're going to separate it. So what I usually like to do is at the end of the video, I always put the next chapter up ahead. So we're going to take our picture, we're going to stretch it out a little bit, save, always save after everything you do. Get it to about right there. I pretty much memorized where the music is. Make sure you always select trim only. Alright, so now that we've got that taken care of, now we can actually take a little bit of the next video. I'll just say right here is fine. And we will cut. Take a little bit of it, doesn't matter how long it is, just as long as it's longer than what the picture is, and we'll cut. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Control C, which is going to copy it, and then we're going to put it over here, so that way that stays together. And it's going to go down here. Make sure it lines up. You can see the little black line. It's all snapping to everything, so that's the way that I like it. You can unsnap things if you don't want it, but I prefer to snap, as it makes my life a little bit easier. So the next up, we just need to take the audio off. So we're going to unlink the audio from this little clip, and then we're going to click it off. So we need to match up the video so that they end and start at the same time. So now we have the ending done correctly, and go ahead and save. We're going to go to our fade, and we're going to fade from the ending to that. We're also going to fade the very end, and we're going to fade here as well, and then we're going to fade the end of this as well. So now we need to match up the fades so that everything lines up correctly. And you can see it snapped to it, and now you know that your fades are lined up, and then you'll see this. Enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next chapter.
Thank God for tunnels.
Alright, but you'll see that the video is obviously over top of it, so we need to shrink the video and put it in the little frame that we have made. So to do that, we're going to bring it all the way up and then down. And then we're going to start sliding it in here. I try to match it up as close as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's looking somewhat decent. I think a little bit there. Nah, too much. And that looks good. Alright, so now since we've already added all of the fades, it should look like this. And we'll see you on the next chapter.
Thank God for tunnels.
You can see that's already placed there. Now you'll see the fade of music. And then everything fades down. Alright. So we've got the ending done. Now we need to add the collectibles, the treasures. So we're shrinking everything up, and we need to go, first treasure is actually, we just picked it up right there. So as soon as we come in here, we'll go ahead and start it right there. We're going to go to our text, the T, and we've already got one saved for us. And we're going to place it right there. Go ahead and bring it up so we can see a little better. Go to Modify, and I've got the game open on my PS4 next to me on the third screen that I have. And we're going to go to bonuses, go over to treasures, and see what the treasures are. So what I do, this is going to be treasure number 1, and then this is what's going to change. So there's a total of 5 that I picked up in these 2 chapters. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this should be the miniature bronze stupa. So And we're going to watch it play from the roof if you want to, and pick up the first collectible. And that matches. And we're going to continue on.
Let's have Chloe in the front car.
Alright. Go ahead and save. Now we're going to go until we get to the second one, which was a few cars ahead, so I don't think we're there yet. Yeah. Oh, I died and didn't notice. Look at that. That changes a lot. Alright, so... Okay. See, this is why you have to scrub and you have to be very, very precise. There was a moment that I actually died and did not pay attention to. So it seems like it's going to be another good end, but I don't think you can actually stealth a lot of this. So we'll just do it from there. Ah, that was my point. Okay. So I used... he was a reference here for him. But, we'll go ahead and use that there. That's fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal. We're in a different location. We're a little bit higher there. So we'll do it there. Which means we just cut everything here. Remove, fill gap, and do all clips. It's a total lifesaver when you do this. Alright. So there was one little clip that we need to get to. Right there. And we'll do the same thing. A lot of this. Ah, I definitely do not like that. That is definitely not a good spot. But we're going to go ahead and save that way. We can always go back. Now that I know where the perfect opportunity is to do this. And back. Okay. So now we're back here. Sweet. So once we get up here, there's going to be a guy that we kill. So as soon as we kill him, we can do it right there. Actually, I prefer to do it at the very, very beginning of the frame of him grabbing him. So if we do it right there, I think that'll be a better location. Looks like we take a lot of time here. I'll show you guys what actually killed me. Just so you guys know how bogus these guys are not going to be able to... I mean, we just got up and pulled a guy and then bam, we're dead. Happens so fast you don't even really think about it. Alright, so now we're getting up to this guy. So you remember the... It's going to be a little off. About right there. Removing everything is what keeps everything together, which is such a nice handy trick to be able to pull off. Okay, that was the previous one. Yeah, that'll work. Again, colors change because we're in different locations depending on how long you take, so that always changes up. But for not knowing that, thank God that I actually saw that. Alright, so now it's time for the next collectible, which is going to be right here. So let's go ahead and stop it there. And we'll have to go below, since there's already something that's located there. And this collectible is a llama and buffalo statue, and it's treasure number 2, so we click on that. Make sure it matches. And there is still one more collectible to be found, a couple of trains ahead. And save. Alright, because there is one more collectible, we're going to skip ahead to that. We just picked it up. I always go a few seconds before. And this last collectible for this area, I'm amazed it hasn't frozen on me yet. Must be because it's always, everything is always different when I'm recording for YouTube. CNEWA. Completed all the collectibles, treasures. Alright, good to go. And that'll be it for that. Save. Alright, so we have done everything that we needed to do. All 3 collectibles have been picked up. And then the rest is just fighting. We've solved all that. And we are completely done with this episode. So, what I'm going to do is I left this to be last. We're going to get rid of these 3 so we can do this. I'm only going to show you guys the one chapter. I'll do the chapter after this by myself. But we're just going to get rid of all these 3. So now I'm ready to actually record, or excuse me, I'm ready to render it. And then when I'm done with that, I'll just hit back 3 times, and then I'll have the next clip ready, and then I'll just insert and take things out and move them around, and that's how I do another episode such as that. Alright, so what we're going to do next, let me make sure this is all good. Save. You guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next chapter.
Thank God for tunnels.
Alright, so you can see that that is still lit up. Maybe I don't have everything. No, it's all marked. It's all good. Alright. Just save again for good measure. And now we're going to go into the produce. And I can't believe it actually didn't crash on me, so it's so amazing. So we're going to choose Intelligent SVRT. So we could do hardware video encoder, which will use our GeForce GTX 980 Ti. We have 2 of them, but only one of them will actually do it. It's still pretty fast. It goes about let's see, if this is a 10-minute, 50-second clip, it'll take about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less than that to actually finish. So it's still, if you use the encoder, that's perfect. You're fast. But this way, you're going to be amazed. So we're going to click Intelligent SVRT. It's going to calculate, and it's going to give us a bunch of options. Because of the edits and everything like that adds in there, this tells us that 90% of the workload will be done for us. What that means is 10% will not. So it'll actually edit 10%, and everything else is already done and finished right now. Or we could choose this one, means 1.26%, and that's not what you want. So we're going to choose Custom Profile 2, and you'll see that that profile is set to 1080, 60 frames, high profile 22851. and then we're going to go to quality mode instead of speed mode. We're not worried about speed. And then we're going to click on start and watch how quickly this actually does. Already did 7 seconds, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now you remember in the beginning we have a few edits. Those edits were like the treasure in the beginning. So imagine this to something that would take you 10 minutes and 50 seconds to do, where it's not going to take nearly as long. Remember, it was 90% workload, so it's going to do 10% that we actually have to edit. So and it's already at a minute. Now it is doing a lot slower than it normally does because I switched it to quality mode, and quality mode gives you even more a better quality picture than the regular mode. So if I wouldn't have switched that, I bet you it would have actually already been done. And I'm actually going to test that because this is taking too long for my needs. And you'll see that it's can be done way faster than that, especially at 90%. So that's fine, but let's edit the profile 3 and make sure that it's not set. Okay. 20 Ti profile. All right, I'm just going to let it go this time. You can see that it's actually moving a little faster. It skipped like from 5 seconds. There, just skipped another 15 seconds. But this is way, way faster than a normal recording. Look, it's already at 2 minutes. Obviously, so if you choose the more heavy quality, and you know, you're still going to get good quality doing it this way. It's not going to take the quality away at all. It's just things. It's going to take a little bit longer if you do, you know, the other way. But remember, I had a lot of edits, and so those edits, every single time that you see edits, it goes slower. Like right now, there's an edit somewhere. It could be a death, it could be an animation or something that I added on top of the video, which slows it down a little bit. But there you go. Look at that. I mean, how long have we been doing this for? 1 minute and 5 seconds. So a 10-minute video is going to take us about 1 minute and 20 seconds. 1 minute and 17 seconds for a 10-minute video. And we will go over here and we will take a look at said video. I think it should be... What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome back. Continuing on right where we left off, this is Chapter 13, Uncharted 2. The Nathan Drake collection. What we're going to want to do actually right away is to climb in here. Sometimes you got to be perfectly on it, as you can see, or else we'll accidentally jump somewhere else. And we're just going to head to the back. You can also get there from the roof if you want to and pick up the first collectible. And we're going to continue on. 1, 2. Up, you will be fine. So let's go to a place where we died, maybe. Fires. Collectibles gonna out. Up ahead, that will.
Nice.
And you can see that edit wasn't too bad. Alright, so you're going to want to actually go ahead and start. Well, ladies and gents, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed another episode for making a walkthrough for CenterStrain01. Again, you can see just one episode, how long that can take to edit and all that kind of stuff. And even with the SVRT technology, it still takes a good amount, decent time to edit every single chapter. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully you're enjoying the walkthrough. Of course, for every new series that I start, I will be doing making a walkthrough video of to show you how my process of when I go and actually do this. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Peace out, bitches.